Jimmy Butler, it looks like he's going to be on his way out, and he's throwing some Easter eggs around. Like he was telling, Phoenix fans he'll be back. And he's going to come back to Phoenix. He's not going to sign their jerseys and stuff. He'll be back to, shake their hands and all this stuff. He'll come back to Phoenix. So him to Phoenix it's kind of brewing. Smoke and momentum is brewing there. It looks like he's going to end up in Phoenix, and that's looking like his favorite spot to land. And you look at, the Bucks, they were told, do not trade for Jimmy Butler. The Grizzlies were told, do not trade for Jimmy Butler. He's not going to want to come there. So Miami Heat, Phoenix Suns, a deal will probably look like Bradley Beal for Jimmy Butler straight up. Or maybe there's a third team that, helps facilitate and get this trade done. Whatever way you got to get it done, Phoenix, I think you need Jimmy Butler. You need a player like that. Right now, you're 16 and 19. You're right outside of the play-in. You have Devin Booker. You have Kevin Durant. You have two elite scorers. Kevin Durant, we know what he's going to do. In the playoffs, he's going to be an elite scorer. Last playoffs, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, those two guys got locked up. And they couldn't defend. So what you need to do is get an alpha male. You need to get a dog. Replace Bradley Beal. You have him coming off the bench. Him and Nurkic off the bench. Because you need to tweak some things. Bradley Beal really doesn't fit alongside your two other elite scorers. You can't have three elite scorers, especially with how Bradley Beal plays. Not the type to, take a back seat. And that's why we've seen this fit not work. And like I said, he doesn't defend either. So when he's struggling offensively and the shooting isn't there for him, he's not making it up for it. He's not making up for it on the defensive end. Anthony Edwards was going at him in the playoffs, locking him down, and he couldn't stop Anthony Edwards. Now, if you get Jimmy Butler, you have a guy that's going to go at Anthony Edwards, that's going to match his intensity, that's going to match, the toughness and the trash talk, all that. Jimmy Butler is still going to be playoff Jimmy. He still has one or two good more years in him of that. Even this year, we've seen him have a 35-point performance, 12 for 21, 19 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double. This was December 16th, not too long ago. So I think once he, like he says, get that joy back, I think him playing with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker is going to give him that joy back. And in the playoff Jimmy, a guy that's going to give you triple-doubles, he has the most triple-doubles in Miami Heat history. Crazy. But Jimmy Butler has never had Kevin Durant, has never had Devin Booker, those two guys alongside of him. If he had that, they would have probably beat the Nuggets. They would have probably beat the Lakers in the bubble too, if he had that alongside of him. And the Suns team, they have quality role players. Tyus Jones, I think that was a great addition. Just, how he facilitates the offense. The assist numbers are there. 12.4 points per game. I like Royce O'Neal off the bench. Grayson Allen's pretty solid role player as well. And Ryan Dunn has shown flashes, has had some good offensive performances, and he has potential as a defender as well. So they have the pieces there. Budenholzer, I think he's a good coach, a coach that's won a championship with the Bucks, and just this team just hasn't had Devin Booker and Kevin Durant healthy at the same time. There's been a lot of issues with them staying healthy, but now it looks like they're healthy finally. So you add Jimmy Butler into the mix, alpha male, like I said, a leader. Kevin Durant, he's not the most vocal leader. Jimmy Butler will be that. Jimmy Butler will elevate the toughness on this team. Jimmy Butler has gone on many teams, and we see the play level raise. The Sixers, Joel Embiid. We saw the best version of Joel Embiid in the playoffs against the Toronto Raptors that series. He was phenomenal. Ben Simmons was great in that series. The Minnesota Timberwolves, when he went over there, they made the playoffs. In the Heat with the Miami Heat. Goran Dragic was playing at a high level, 20 points per game. Bam Adebayo had some good series. He's gotten the most out of the players around him, but now he's finally going to have two elite superstars next to him, two elite scorers. Kevin Durant can get a bucket in the playoffs on anybody. So I think the Suns is a really good spot for Jimmy, and I think Jimmy can give the Suns exactly what they need. And this is a team that's desperate to win. They're putting together superstar teams year after year trying to win. And I think this will be the right combination. Because like I said, Jimmy Butler can sit back and do all the dirty work. He doesn't need to Jimmy Butler doesn't need to score 20 points per game anymore. He doesn't need that. In the playoffs, he's going to provide you 20 points per game, and he's going to lock up the other team's best player and do what he can defensively. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.